Hey guys, Bill Sheemantel, the BBZ TV. We're at it again up here at Great Bear Lake, Plummer Lodges. I just did a nice little pike video. First of all, remember the BBZ TV, plug that into YouTube, click on anything plumbers. We go through all kinds of content from leader, line, techniques, rigging, different fish species. But it's getting late in the day. I've been out here on a solo session out here, and I came up to one of my favorite spots I just saw on my waypoints from a couple years ago. As you can see, it's a nice island with a long tapering point. That point goes down into the water, about 80-90 foot of water, but it tops off right at a little knoll, about 10 foot of water. What I'm gonna do is I got my Komodo 350 50-pound test soft steel braid. I'm using the Voyager. It's a boat rod. It's a 3-piece travel edition. It's beefy. It's a little beefy than most people would like, especially for trout, but it works really good for me because I like a short, stiff rod for trolling so I can get a really good hook set. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come up, I'm going to drop the spoon out, do about a 30-40 count out here, and probably, well, I'm in 140 foot of water. And I see fish out there right here at 100. Right there. I'm going to count my my spoon down, and I'm going to do a slow troll up, back and forth on this point, and we're going to see if we can get something on Pinky, the Eppinger, and the rigs. Like I said, make sure you check out the BBZ TV and all the Plummer Lodges videos, but we go over in detail on the spoon, how to rig it, the split rings, the barrel swivels, and the hooks. So let's give it a try, and let's see if we can catch one of these. Yeah, I know it's pretty windy. The mic's probably going to get blown out, but we're right at about 125 foot of water. I'm going to start letting my spoon just fall. I'm going to give it probably a 30-40 count, and once it gets down there, I'm going to do a slow and steady retrieve up to the point, and then I'm going to variate the throttle on the Mercury to increase and slow down the kick of the spoon, and you could feel it. And if you get hit, the key on this, if you get hit at all and you don't connect with the fish, let line back out, adjust the throttle, do something to keep that fish interested so it will commit and get a better bite on that hook. So let's do the first troll up here, and let's work this point a little bit and see if we can catch one on this. Okay, we're coming right up at about, we're in 62 foot of water. It's going to top off. I'm going to try to do a little a J-hook turn right about 15-20 feet, but I got to get past the point. My lure's still coming uphill. I dropped it in about 100 foot of water. So coming uphill, and what I'm trying to do is create a funnel, create these trout from open water to come in and push the bait into a point. And once they do that, you know, they're so used to eating bait fish that way. That's what we're trying to do. So you'll hear me keep adjusting the throttle, and I'll get a different kick on the spoon. It'll pump hard, and then I'll back the throttle off, and I'm just waiting for some type of action, and then I go to work on letting line out or stopping the motor and kick it back into gear. We're coming right up to 27 foot of water, so I bet you in about 10 to 15 seconds, that's right about where I'll be close enough up on that point where if I do have a fish following it, hopefully it'll commit and hit it. And then if not, it'll come on the back side of this point, and we parallel this little bluff wall here. So it's great structure. Remember, you know, trout are nomadic, but they really love the structure. You know, points, high spots, ridges, flats, creek channels. Same thing like bass fishing. These lake trout are, God, they're so similar to bass. It's unbelievable, and that's kind of why I like targeting them. And you're on your own. this big old gray. Ooh. Nice. That's a solid fish right there. Big guy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that baby. Look at that. There we go. We're gonna go out in 80 foot of water, drop, and I'm gonna do the same approach uphill again. I don't want to pull anything further off this bank now. I want to pull it back in. Okay, we're right about 50, 60 foot of water. I'm gonna turn the boat around. We're at 60 foot right now. I'm gonna turn the boat around. I'm gonna start doing my drop, so my drop's fluttering right now. And then I'm gonna work right back up. So you always position fish. If you catch a big fish or you pull fish in, is one thing, but if you pull them out in open water, you're pulling them away from where they want to eat. So always think of that. Instead of trolling back through your area, especially a point, it's better off maybe to go out and just continue that same line so you have an uphill approach. So I've got probably a 15-20 second count now. I'm still at 54 foot of water. I'm gonna click it over, drag set, and then I'm going to fish it uphill again. That way if there's anything there, they're expecting to eat this way. And hopefully we get another fish to chomp on this. And I keep adjusting the speed. Okay, now we're at 34 foot of water. I'm going to angle just a little bit off the edge so I don't get snagged. Remember, my bait's still back there about 30-something seconds. Here we go. So I'm coming off the drop-off on this edge. I'm 20 seconds from the tip of the point, and then once I get past that, I'm going to turn in and parallel the deeper edge of this wall that goes into that point. So I'm 50 foot now. I'm going to start going in and line up this edge. And oh, there it is. Woo, that one smacked it pretty good. There it is. Oh, freeze pull. Open up the bail. There it is, on the drop, just like that. You get a hit, open up that, if you don't connect, open up that bail and let it go backwards. And that flutter, man, they'll come back around and smack it. And that's what we did. So we got her probably in about 25 foot of water off that point, and got her to hit, and then was able to adjust to get her to commit. So again, if I wanted to troll this, guys, I would go out, bring it uphill, and continue that same pattern and not pull the fish off their feeding spot. I don't want them in open water. I want them right there on that point chewing. Another nice little fish. Oh, solid fish. These are solid little fish. Can we get a quick release? Oh. You figure 50-pound test line, 40-pound braid or 40-pound top shot, and a Kuma Komodo, and a Voyager boat rod for the ocean, and these fish still kick your butt. That's some doctoring right there, baby. Get some life into her. And she swim away. So I'm right at 58 coming across the point this way. My lure's about 40 seconds behind me. So once I cross the high spot, I'm going to go a little bit further, probably about 30-40 seconds. And then I'm going to turn and make my lure come straight up that ridge. So now I'm past the point. So it's 50 foot of water. Now it's dropping off to 65, 70. And then you're gonna gun it. Once you get it right in where you want it, I'm gonna gun it, turn it, and make it come right up that point. So it's 75 foot of water. Now your spoon basically did a course change. It's going one direction and it changed course, and now it's coming uphill. So I'm at 60, 58, 48, 38. So I'm coming up really nice and steady up this ridge. If I want, I could stop, take it out of gear for a couple seconds, let that spoon flutter down, because I had lift once I got in line with that boat and went faster. I'll let it flutter a little bit. Put it in gear, and now I'm going to go nice and steady right up this ridge, so it's going to look like a bait pushing up on a main lake point. And that's what fish want to see. That is all about the BBZ, baby. There he is. There he is. There he is. Just like that. Understanding boat control, you know, distance behind the boat with your lure, how your lure works in the water. I mean, these are all factors that can make a good day to a great day. Because when you understand exactly how you're getting bit, man, it changes everything. It changes everything. I don't think this is a big fish, but any one of these passes, man, it could be a 50-pounder, especially on a point like this. Here comes the little thing. Let's get up, see if he... Oh, he unbuttoned again. That's okay, he was a small one. I want one that'll actually eat this all the way down. You do this right, especially if you bring it uphill, you can keep the fish here for a long time. Keep doing your uphill approach, you just keep pulling more and more fish up on this point looking for food. Let's see if we can get this one in a little bit closer before we do the long distance release. Ooh, another nice fish. He's gonna start rolling. This is what you get to expect. Oh, oh. Now this is 50-pounder rolling like that, I would be crying, but it's just part of the game. Oh, nice fish. Woo! Nice little chunker. Grab your blade, grab your hook. There we go. It's like 6 or 7 off this point in the last 15 minutes. So on this one, we're gonna come out to 60, which we're at now. And then I'm gonna hit a different angle and hit this point going over it. So I'm in 70 foot of water now. I'm gonna try to cross it right about 20 foot, so it's a good uphill approach for any fish on this side. And if there's any fish on the point, I'll have the bait go across the other side for them to chase down. We're at 76. Damn, what a great point, man. Good depth. 77. 76, 74. Coming in tighter. Well, my bait's back there at 74. I'm coming up to 60. 57, 55. 48, here's the point, 34, 28, okay? And I'm gonna turn it. My bait's still back there in 50 foot of water. I just came over 12 foot of water right there, and I'm gonna turn, because I want that bait to come in, and I want it to do a J hook right along the structure. I'm etching right now, 16, 17 foot. I'm going to bring it up there. I'm going to create a nice little J hook. I'm going to slow it down. And then I want it to kind of flutter in one spot. And then I'll kick it in gear and get it out of there again. So now we're in 30. So my line now is already, that bait is coming down that 30 foot zone. Now I'm going to turn it and I'm going to cut across the point. And you got to increase your speed. That increase your speed to keep lure contact. The bait's just fluttering in one spot, it's doing a turn. Okay, now I feel more pressure, so now it's starting to dig a little bit more. I'm going to do a turn around this point and hit this face of it. We're in 46 foot right now. This is so cool. There's a lot of work to control it, I'm telling you. I'm past my, oh, there he is, there he is. There it goes. I think it's a smaller fish, but definitely proves your point. This is what it's all about. Let's see what this. Oh, just a little fish. Ooh, actually, that's a pretty good fish. Nice fish. He's gonna do this. He might unhook, but at least we got him on film. Look at that big old chomper. That's a solid fish right there. This is why you want to use mono, guys. There he goes. This is why you want to use mono. When they wrap around, if that braid touches them or their gills, they just start bleeding out, they die. Prime example, if somebody was in the boat, we'd have that fish in the net if it was a monster. But when they get up, they're gonna start flipping and twisting, and that's why this system, the way we have it, is you have a better shot getting them in with all. That's it. Let's catch a couple more, and then I hope you guys enjoy this. Make sure you check out plummerlodges.com. Check out the BBZ TV, anything plumbers. We go over all kinds of content, but if you want to have a trip of a lifetime, get a hold of them, book a trip. They have a bunch of places, bunch of lodges. Trophy Main Lodge down there at Slave Lake, Arctic Circle Outpost. You can't beat it. So I hope to catch you guys next time, maybe up here, out on the water.